That's literally like the three reasons why people go to Starbucks: if they actually want to eat, if they need Wi-Fi, or if they got to use the bathroom. And none of those apply.
Right.
But something said go there that day, so I go and I'm coding this thing, and I'm just waving my hand over the computer screen, and I just see a Maybach pull up. It was actually a Rolls Royce pull up. My bad, it was a Rolls Royce pull up, and I just see this tall man come out, and I knew who Nip was. I just see him come out, and it was almost like from day one he just had this presence, like Obama. He just has this walk. And he came in, and he went to the front to get a unicorn frappuccino. Now I was sitting right by I was sitting in the corner by the bathroom because I didn't want people seeing my computer screen. So I'm coding and doing all of this and stuff, and I see him go to the bathroom, come back, go to the bathroom, come back, go 4 times, just like when I was 13. Dude went to the he went to the shelving section to look for the book 4 times, and he eventually comes out the bathroom, and I'm like, man, like, does bro got a bladder problem? Because he went there 4 times consecutively. I would later find out on the backstory that the only reason why he went to the bathroom was because he was tapped in and looking at his environment. He saw me doing that. He wanted to really see if what he was seeing was real, and he eventually came up to me, and I liked it.
So let me get this right. So Nipsey was going to the bathroom because he was trying to peep what you were doing.
Yeah, he was trying to peep.
And he went 4 times to the bathroom.
He went 4 times. I was like, what's going on? And he eventually came up to me, and to this day, he's caught me off guard, like in terms of, again, he's Nip. Not saying that like I wasn't expecting him to sound a certain way, but he's approached me the most respectful way ever. Like, he tapped me on the shoulder. He was like, excuse me, sir, if you wouldn't mind, I saw you working on this from a distance. Now, I don't want to take away from the time that working on whatever you're doing, but what you're doing looks really interesting. Now, I know that a black kid sitting on the intersection of Figueroa right at USC, this ain't normal. Would you please explain to me what you're doing? And I was like, I started explaining to him that I was over at a major tech company, and I wrote this algorithm, and now I want to like focus it on inner city youth and show them that programming could be cool. And literally, as I'm talking, he literally takes a seat and just sits down. He just goes like this.
Oh,
and
God.
He just like listens. And that's when I saw the authenticity in him. And then he was like, look, the only reason why I came in here is because my daughter wanted a unicorn frappuccino. But he like, this is the universe and God saying we got to work. And I went to the studio that night. Really, like, the rest was history. We just connected, talked about Africa, Eritrea. For me, he even knew the meaning of my name, and told it to me. I knew it too, but he told it to me, and then he recalled when somebody told him his name that night too. He was like, I didn't know what my name meant. Good thing you do. But he was like, I didn't know my name meant Ermias, till one of my homegirls told me, and we just connected, and it evolved from a business relationship to a friend to a big brother. Literally, like, he protected me. And he emphasized that he would always that he would just always have my back through everything. And I'm just so glad that I was able to express that to him. Like, I did, one of my biggest interviews with ABC, and I took like a minute I was like, yo, I wouldn't, Nip. He saw that because we would get in the studio and we would talk about like advancing hip hop, advancing black culture, advancing minorities through technology, and he would be like, all right, look, I want you to tell exactly what you just told me to everybody else. So I'm going to put you in a position where you could do that, because there's kids in the hood that need to look up to kids like you in the hood.
Word.
And you should be on the same level as a Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk with the skill level and, the economic resources, but also with the cultural influence of a Kanye West. He used Kanye at that time of like a Kanye West. And, he really respected me for carving out my own lane through everything, and just creating our own lane. And I just feel so honored and so blessed to really not only have known, but to have worked with, have traveled, have ate with, have dialogued with who I believe to be the most impactful artists in my generation.
Yes. You helped him. What was your role in doing the marathon store?
All right, so the store.
Yeah.
We got into this conversation about there's something called the Kardashev scale. I'm gonna try and like break it down in 1 minute.
Okay.
So the Kardashev scale
layman's terms for us.
Yeah. So the Kardashev scale is basically a scale that was created to measure a civilization's technological advancements. Mm-hmm. It was based on 3 things: a Type 1 civilization, a Type 2 civilization, and a Type 3 civilization. A Type 1 civilization can use the power of its whole planet. A Type 2 can harness the power of its whole sun, and a Type 3 its whole galaxy. So I told Nip, you know what a Kardashev scale is? Like, nah. So I explained that to him, and I was like, look, think of black culture, think of hip-hop culture as a Type 1 civilization. If we were to look at it as Type 1 civilization, have we harnessed the power of our whole culture? No, because we plant the seeds, we grow the trees, but we don't get the fruit at the end of the day. So I was like, we need to get hip-hop, that's stage 1. Because we were talking about, like, how do we figure it out? I was like, that's stage 1. We need to get hip-hop culture, we need to get black culture, African culture to a Type 1. He's like, well, how do we do that? I was like, let's do it through technology. So he mentioned that he was launching a store, and he understood the digital revolution and understood how retail was dying. People weren't going to retail no more. And he was like, I don't know if that's the right model. I don't think we should, launch it yet, or we shouldn't do it at all because retail is dying. I was like, nah, it's not dying. It's just going through a transformation. And the people that have the right tools, it's like survival of the fittest. The people that have the right tools will survive, and the people that don't will perish. So technology is basically our food to survive the hunger of the digital revolution. And so I explained that to him, and he was like, all right, so what you got in mind? And I told him I was working on this technology called augmented reality, but I reverse engineered the augmented reality to where we could stream music and geofence it. So we got into this conversation about how within, the record business or within entertainment, copyright infringement is a huge thing. Yeah. Like people, getting their songs ripped immediately as soon as it drops on a major streaming platform. So I was like, this is what we're gonna do. You know how you have an iPhone and you need to buy you need to buy their phone first, and then you need to download apps? That's what we're gonna do. Your store is now gonna be your iPhone, and then we're gonna make the whole store an app. So now people have to come physically to the store to enjoy your services. So we drop music through album art throughout the store that you needed to bring your physical phone, that you needed to be within a certain location to stream it. And if you bought merchandise, you would have to hold it up to the shirt to stream the music. And once you put it down, it wouldn't stream anymore. So the traffic that immediately just started coming to the store was crazy.
Wow.
And it got so much reception. We had shout out to Emery. Emery came out, Russ came out, 21 came out. Just, so much dopeness came out of it. And then after 21, even he went and did a collab with Spotify for machine learning, which was different, where he did the ISA app, where you would scan different things and it would be like, it's a cup, it's a this, it's a that.